Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube pipe community, how are you? Lewis coming at you tonight. Alright, so I wanted to do a quick video for Elwood Maker's 100 sub giveaway. Elwood, I've been really enjoying your videos. Thank you so much for doing them. I'm glad to be a brother in this community with you. You deserve everything. Thank you so much for doing this giveaway, and I hope you enjoyed this video, as random as it is, I suppose. So, Elwood wanted me to talk about lighters, and so I've got a few lighters here. Now, generally speaking, I use a lighter A if I'm feeling lazy, or B if I'm smoking while driving. But since I got my truck, I have not been smoking in it. I don't know. Something about it. I just kind of, I don't know. I'm a hunter. I'm going to use that truck when I'm hunting. The last thing I really want is to be smelling like anything at all. Once I go in and you know, drive to wherever it is that I'm going to go hunt. So I don't smoke in my truck very much. And so, quite honestly, my lighters haven't gotten that much use lately. I have this little section in my garage here where I like to have a good smoke. And I don't get very much wind, so it's not been an issue. So, generally speaking, I've been using matches. Now, here's my box. Generally speaking, a match is going to burn at a much lower temperature than the flame butane would produce, and that can do funny things to the sugars inside tobacco. So I don't know, I tend to enjoy it more, and I tend to get a much more even and controlled light with a match, but that's just me. And besides that, I tend to char the rim of my pipes with a lighter regardless of what I use. But nevertheless, here are mine. First pipe lighter I ever got was not something very impressive at all. Of course, the ubiquitous Bics, but that actually waited. I went on Alibaba and got myself this. It says Honest on it. Leather wrapped. I thought it looked kind of cool. 3/4 of the time I can't get this thing to light properly. There's gas in there, but it won't light. Anyway. Secondly, I got this. Once I decided I actually really loved pipe smoking, I decided to get this old boy style lighter. This one actually works pretty darn well. It's a little chilly here, so see what I can do to get this butane to light. But there we go. Works pretty good. And the reason I got it is because Vertigo has a lifetime warranty. So is it a Corona? No. Is it you know, one of the Japanese brands? No. It's not even a Mr. Brog. I don't know what'd be worse, but a Mr. Brog or Vertigo. But it does the trick most of the time, except if there's any breeze whatsoever. So getting to that, Zippos. I enjoy Zippos, and you mentioned your Zippos in your video. This one, nice gunmetal. I just keep it simple. I'm in the Army, but I don't have an Army Zippo. I'm in Briar Nation. I don't have a Briar Nation Zippo, although they're floating around a little bit. I just keep it simple with a Zippo. The fact that I cannot keep lighter fluid in them for more than a week just drives me up the wall. and I don't have one of those Thunderbird butane inserts. I wish I did. That's something I'd like to have. Now, you had mentioned about sending them in and having their normal, the original thing replaced with a pipe insert. And sure enough, it was free. I sent it in. I think I had to pay a little bit of postage. That was it. That was it. Relatively fast turnaround. I think within a week or two, it was back at my house. And they sent the original insert back to me as well. So, great company. This lighter will last me forever, and I don't doubt that one bit. I have a second Zippo, and this one I keep in this pleather case with a belt loop. So if I'm ever outdoors, if I'm doing something outdoors, I'll just strap this thing on really quick. I know where my lighter's at all the time. If I can't get to pockets, if I have other stuff in my pockets, it is a little bit tight. I could seriously use one of those lanyards, dude. We're talking here, all right? This one's brass. I like it. I'm from Florida originally, or I guess born in Ecuador, raised in Florida. And this is from Cigars at City Walk. And City Walk is part of Universal Studios now. When this, as far as I know, Cigars is no longer there. Just due to the crackdown and tobacco and blah, blah, blah. I think you guys know how I feel about that. But anyway, yeah, had this one replaced as well. And the funny thing is, this gunmetal one, they replaced with a silver tamper. And this brass one, they actually replaced with a matching brass insert. I thought that was really high class of them. Very happy with that. Last three lighters besides Bics. I'm not going to show you Bics. My cigar lighter. What is it? This is yet another Vertigo. Cheap, but it works. 4 flames, jet. Has a punch in it. I don't smoke very many cigars. So this thing doesn't get all that much use, except if my neighbor offers me one. So there's that. Last two lighters are actually my latest acquisitions. And so for Christmas, my dental assistants got together and they got me a goodie basket with a couple little bottles of whiskey, and a couple ounces of tobacco. I think an ounce of something like 1Q and an ounce of Black Cavendish. They know nothing about piped tobacco, but how sweet of them. They also got me a Mr. Brogg pipe stand and this. So it's got a built-in tamper. This tamper is slightly puny, and in thinner bowls, this area here can get a little bit cumbersome. I always have another tamper, but honestly, this thing has come in handy more than I expect. I always tend to use a pick on a check tool. I find it super, super helpful. And the spoon I don't use very often, but despite the foot of this thing being so small, I've used it quite a bit. Lights up almost every time. Great angle. It does the thing. My thumb doesn't get burnt, so that's fantastic. Now, the last one I'm going to show you was a recent thrift store find. I don't know anything about it, but I thought it looked elegant. It probably doesn't even light quite as well as that Vertigo tall boy or old boy style. But it is another old boy style. And this one is covered with, I'm not sure if it's real or not, mother of pearl. I just think that's beautiful. It cost me $8. So I'm not scoffing at that. Holds a flame, you know? It does what it is meant to do, but it doesn't put it out at an angle, which I wish it did. It just goes straight up. Great for cigarettes. Weird when you're trying to light a pipe. So, 10 minutes about talking about my lighters. I never thought I'd see the day. Regardless, my friend, thank you for doing this giveaway. Congratulations on, I think you're at 160 or something now. That's fantastic. That's you're climbing there, man. That's probably more than me at this point. I just, congratulations, dude. I'm happy for you. Thank you for doing your videos. I really enjoy them. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please give me a like, subscribe if you haven't. Please leave a comment, please. Those always make my day because I just love you guys. So I love speaking with you guys and commenting back, always having a conversation. It's one of my favorite things, guys. So, as always, my friends, blessings and smoke rings. Ciao.